There it is.
Yay.
Now we're live.
Howdy.
Hey, welcome to the incredible, super amazing video show review. I am Joe the cameraman, and next to me is Andy.
Hi, I'm Andy.
Next to Andy is Bryce. And next to Bryce is Scott.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Episode 2.
Hello.
Episode 2.
We did make it.
Back.
Made it back.
We had a little bit of a hiccup last week, but that's all right. That happens from time to time.
Well, when you're doing live productions, which is what we're here to talk about today,
Exactly.
and you have to fix a lot of problems sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't have as much time to prep for it as what you want. So
But
That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We're just hoping to be able to keep y'all in the loop on a frequent basis. Hopefully it's weekly, but if it's not, then
I hope you
Give it a
understand.
It's probably understandable.
give it a week. So yeah, today we're here to talk about. We're going to mostly be talking with Scott and Bryce. They're going to be talking about the country concert event, which is coming up. And the country concert, in case of you people or folks that don't know, is an event that happens in Fort Laramie, Ohio, once a year, except for last year, and has happened for like the past 40 years, where they bring in country acts from all over the country, from every decade you can imagine, it seems like, and they perform. So it's like a 3 or 4 day weekend thing, beginning in July. So having said that, given that description, we are actually the production team for the event. So what we'd be in charge of is producing the video that goes up on the big screens. Like you'll see at most any concert, they'll have a big screen up of some kind. So that's our role in the whole situation. There's a lot of other people who have other functions and stuff, but that's our role. So that's what we're here to talk about today. So Scott and Bryce are actually going to kind of take you through a little bit of the pre setup for that. What they have to go through before the actual event comes up, which is not until when?
July 8th, 9th, and 10th.
The weekend after the 4th of July.
Yeah, it's always the weekend after the 4th.
So a little over a month from now.
Yes.
Yep.
But
Coming
I'm
up
already
4 weeks.
started planning and been planning for a couple weeks now.
That's right. How long? Tell us. Go ahead and start with that. Tell us how long it's taken for you to plan all this,
about a
especially with
2-month process, I
COVID
think.
going out.
Right. Well, a lot of the preparation from the previous year. Well, first off, let me start with this. Joe's done country concert with us before as running camera. He will not be with us this year because he's so wrapped up with brush pile fishing and catfish crazy that he just can't take the time away to work on the show. Andy will be his first year working with country concert, and he will be my assistant director this year. Bryce will be running 2 cameras, believe it or not. So that's how awesome he is.
Year 5 and I get upgraded to 2 cameras this year finally.
Wrong camera. There we go. Over there.
Forget them.
I know. So Bryce will be running a wide shot camera up on top of the sound tower. And then every once in a while, the country music artists decide to run up on top of the sound tower so they can sing to other people. And Bryce will be running a wireless camera for that as well. So, yeah,
The
magic.
plan is to drop that or lock it down on a wide shot. I pick up the camera that's wireless, which I'll show you what we're doing with that camera that you're looking at now. Take that, run down there, pick up the artist, follow him around. And then once he gets back up there, the ground cameras take him over again.
Right. So I've been planning this for 2 months now. But because of COVID last year, actually we were sequestered at home. Joe and I both were at home. Andy and Bryce were working here last year until June. And I came back in June, hoping for country concert to happen last year. And the week I came back is the week they said, we're not going to do it this year. So tears.
Pull the plug on us.
Lots of tears came rolling. But this year they are back, lifted a lot of the restrictions. Everything's going to be great. They have made some changes this year over what had planned for last year. They have built in, so they have a center stage, real big screen, okay, that shows the main screen. Upstage, on the stage, is 2 smaller screens shooting on the side. There's a VIP area of seats where there's a screen there. And then back in the general admission area of country concert, there are 3 screens. All of those typically show the exact same thing, okay? No matter what we punch up out of the cameras that we do. We have 2 stage cameras. We had 2 front of house cameras. And that was pretty much it, what we worked with. Now they have added 2 portrait screens, which go this way on the side of the stage. And that's going to be basically your artist from about waist up, maybe knee up, on those screens the whole time. So main screen will be something else. Portrait screens will be the main artist or the main guitarist, or if there's a drum solo, the drummer on those screens. So we had to plan for that. So that added a 5th camera up top, so we can have 2 cameras down low shooting the lead artist up there. Then we're also adding in a drum kit cam this year, kind of like how we're using the camera for my
For your witchcraft?
for my witchcraft. Yes.
Whatever we called it.
The camera that we're using for that, for the hotspot taking and all that type of stuff. We're going to use a drum kit cam for that. We're also going to have his wireless camera set up there as another source. And then also what I'm calling the party deck cam, which is the deck that he will be up on, and the group shots being able to get the artist from the front, so the camera will be sticking way out over the crowd, coming back out and shooting the artist there. So a lot of preparation that goes into place with that. And this will be my 4th. Yeah, my 4th.
It's your 4th, my 5th.
Right. 4th, 17, 18, 19, and then 21. Yes.
Yep.
This will be
And
my
Scott,
4th country concert.
You were
Yes.
talking about vertical, the one vertical
Portrait screens.
Portrait screens?
Yes.
How much different is that to shoot than a landscape screen?
So most of what you're seeing and what you're watching us is 16 by 9 this way, okay, which we call landscape, okay. Portrait screens go this way, 16 by 9 this way. What they will do is they will center cut. So whatever is in the center of the camera, so in this case it would be basically from Bryce to Andy's middle of their faces.
Somewhere in here?
Somewhere in that area.
Yeah, just that.
And then just that portion of it. So what we'll wind up doing is marking those on their viewfinders or their screens with a very technical piece of equipment called Scotch tape.
Yes.
You just put a piece of Scotch tape, not masking tape, because you don't want to block it out. You just want the Scotch tape there, so you can kind of see a slight difference, but still see through it. So you're framing up your shots. But there'll be Scotch tape on the monitors, so that it'll easily be removed and not leave a gummy source.
Yeah, unless you're recording TikToks or for a portrait screen, landscape is best.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but anyway. Portrait screens. Oh, a couple of things I do want to talk about here is with Country Concert, it's not just us. Okay, we do the video production that goes up on the screens. There's a great company that we work with called Pete's Big TV. They provide the actual screens. So I've been working with them that's part of the 2 month of planning is figuring out what the dimensions are for those screens. For those side screens, and then talking to them about how many inputs they need, what they need. Fed to them, sources, and all that type of stuff. And then another company, which is called Live, or they slightly changed their name. Discover Live, I think. They are the stage management group. And I tell you what, those are some of the hardest working people you will ever see, running around, moving set pieces around. And it's like a swarm of ants. They'll be there, and the artist will get done, and boom, they show up, they take everything away, and then they're gone. Then the next artist comes up and they perform, and then they're nowhere around. And all of a sudden, boom, they're done. Boom, there's
30 guys out there. They take the stuff onto the
they hide around, they hide somewhere. But great group of people to work with. They've been doing it for. I know Live has been involved for like 35 years with it. I'm not sure how long Pete's Big TV has been, but it's been great. So yes, Joe.
Yeah, no. So I was going to say to also kind of give everybody a clue what the whole scene looks like. It's this huge campground. I would encourage you to. It's Hickory Hills, right?
Yes.
Hickory Hills. Okay.
You can actually Google
Yes.
country concert stage, and it would take you right to where the stage
Yeah,
is.
just to give you so you can understand the scope and scale of this whole place and stuff is kind of neat. But which also leads me to not only do we have the big stage that we're doing the production for, we have a place called the Saloon, which is a big sheltered secondary stage. Yeah, it sits about a couple hundred yards from the main stage.
It is well over 1,500 feet from the other one stage.
That's
So
like
over
50
500
That's like
yards.
50 miles in Joe math.
it might as well be.
Yeah. So when the main stage isn't running, when they're tearing
other
down
hour.
after the one group stops on the main stage, then another group will play on the side stage while they prep the main stage. So it's just back and forth that they go back and forth between, and we're doing the video for both of them. So
Yes.
if you want to go ahead and
And then that is just a single camera situation and feeding a screen in the back. And then when the Saloon stage is not on and the main stage is on, the main stage screen feed is fed to the Saloon screen stage. So you could stay in the Saloon and watch the concert and then watch an up-and-coming artist. Back when I first got involved in 2017, if you know country music, I saw Ashley McBryde on the Saloon stage. And then in 2019, she was on the main stage. And she was supposed to be here in 20 as well. But then COVID hit, but she was the country music artist of the year. So, it's kind of neat seeing somebody like that. Florida Georgia Line also started in the Saloon. They found their start there with that.
A lot of popular artists have played at the Saloon stage, worked their way to the main stage, and then they're on country radio and Sirius XM and all the big radio stations now. There's a lot of guys a lot of guys and girls that we see there now.
Well, all right. I think we give them a good introduction on kind of what our process is here. I know you want to kind of show everybody, kind of go handheld.
I'm gonna put
here.
you guys up, and then Andy will take camera one once we get the wireless set up.
All right.
Yay.
Yes.
And
All
these
right.
guys are going to kind of take you through kind of what some of their setup and stuff is right now.
So while they're doing that, I'm
Yeah.
going to plug our social media. If you haven't liked us already on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Twitch. And on top of that, we mentioned last week, we want this show to be a little bit more interactive. So if you're on the Twitch channel, underneath, there is a suggestion box now that you can leave your comments, your suggestions, anything you want to see in the show. Grant access to it, leave a comment, and then we will be able to see it and then possibly use it in the future for a show. You guys good? Yep. All right. So I'm going to go
All
to
right.
Scott now.
So Andy's going to slide over and take.
Push the button.
Do it.
Okay.
Do the thing.
There we go.
Hey, there's the
there we
thing.
are. Hey, Tyler. There's Tyler back there. Tyler back there. Tyler usually is sitting right here, and what Tyler has worked on here is back in 2017, we had this wonderful drawing done up, and it was very nice and very clean and nicely done, and then we've made changes. So changes always happen. So Tyler right now is working on redoing this with all of our new changes, and he's doing a tremendous job with it. It's great showing China, like here's all the TriCaster inputs, fiber optic channels that go on here. Here's our front of house cameras, party deck cam, wireless cam, Bryce's other camera, fifth camera there, the Saloon stage over here, just a representation of what's going on here. So then when we have this, we could take this out with us as a big paper form like this, and everybody can look at it and go, oh, this wire has to go here, and this wire goes here. So it makes things a little easier here. Part of my preparation, go back this way here, work in progress. I don't know how well you can see this. Color bars that we'll be using for country concert, but this area over here, these are possible. Now these aren't the actual songs that they're going to perform, and I don't know that until we get there. But what happens is at country concert, they will put a piece of paper down on the stage that says this song, this song, this song, this song. And then our stage camera operators, there's two of them, will usually take a picture or relay it to me. And I can go in here and I can select the songs and put a space between and go, okay, this is the order of songs that we're going to do. It's a medium speed song. It starts off with a slide guitar. It's got a great line in there where so all she had to do was give me that wink. And hopefully maybe the stage cameras could pick up somebody in the stage who's going to give them a wink. There we go. So, and then I can go through this, and these are all the different artists in the order that they're doing. And I'm right now working on listening to Hardy, which will be there at the 6 o'clock show on Saturday. and listen to some of their songs. I still have to go through Jason Aldean and Chase Rice, but so those are what we're doing. And country concert, there's our thing. Got the map here. Many of my mini screens. There we go. So here's the map of country concert. Okay, here's the main stage here. When I refer to front of house, that's here. This is a 2-deck system here. Bryce will be up here with his camera, with the wide shot, and then the wireless. When I refer to the party deck, that's this upper layer. Below this is where all of the soundboards are, and lighting boards, and our 2 front of house cameras, which Tyler will be running one of them this year. And all right, we got 2 stage cameras here. And then if you go this way, there's the saloon over there. So, which has a screen on the back, main stage, and then our camera is somewhere right around here. So when you say big, you know, that's the main stage area. This is parking. This is all camping. And all this over here is camping. From what I can tell, and all of this is new, camping. All of this camping, here, from what I can tell, is sold out. There will probably be 40,000 people there this year, which will be incredible to experience that and see our work laid out. So preparation for country concert is there, and it's live, and it's going good, and can't wait to get out there. So Andy, can you take it back to 2 or 3?
Come on, thank you.
There you go.
There, all right.
I mean, you're no Scott.
No, I'm not.
But you know. So there you have it. It is truly a huge undertaking, and like I said, that's not even what everybody else is doing. Like he said, Discovery Live, Live Discovery, what's the name of it again?
I think it's Discovery Live.
Discovery Live, okay.
Yeah.
The company that does the stage.
It's live with an exclamation point
Yeah,
instead of an I.
right. And then what Pete's Big TV, that doesn't even count. We're not even talking about what the actual organizers that run the place
yeah.
are doing, you know. So, you know, that's just, if you take it all into what our job is, that seems like a monumental undertaking. And can you imagine what everyone else's job is, you know?
Right. Just planning for it and organizing all of that just amazes me what all they have to go through.
I can't even get my wife and son to agree on the same place to go eat. I mean, can you imagine getting all these places, all these people in the right place at the right time?
And the timing. Oh, and something else that they've added. You mentioned the main stage and the saloon stage, which we run cameras for and the feeds for. There's also the homegrown honky tonk stage, which is another stage where there's another artist performing at the same time that the saloon is going on. So you can go to the saloon, see them, or very local artists on that. And then if you're in the VIP area, there's the Dr. Pepper VIP stage, which is a lot of the same artists that you'll see on the homegrown honky tonk. One may be like 5 o'clock at the honky tonk, 7 o'clock at the Dr. Pepper VIP stage. And then whoever was at 5 o'clock there at Dr. Pepper will be at the homegrown honky tonk. So lots of music going on. And as we met with Country Concert this year, he said, now you guys aren't doing anything with those stages, right? I said, no, not yet.
Maybe in the future, right?
Maybe in the future we may provide some camera feeds for that, because the bigger that this gets, the bigger the artists that they get, and the more artists that they can bring in, and the expansion. One of the great things about Country Concert and why I enjoy working with it so much is the people backstage. Mm-hmm. The people that we run into, not the partiers going on in the back, you know, not all those type of stuff. The people backstage, really cool. But they invest so much back into Country Concert. Like one of the pathways that we have to walk to go back has been gravel. Well, no big deal. You know, it's gravel. You know, it's people walking in and out, no big deal. They've concreted all of that now. So now it's nice, smooth walkway to walk back to where the van is, the production van. So it's little things like that, you know, some people won't notice, but I noticed when I was there, and it was like, oh, hey, this is concrete now. Nice.
Yeah, we didn't have to go 5 miles an hour back through there.
Right.
Nope.
You guys have any questions for us? Anything?
Well, I just know. I mean, I've been out there a few times and done it, so I kind of understand the process. Though I did learn some stuff I didn't know about the song selection and that type of thing that you actually have a list of and go through so you have an idea. I thought you were always just in here listening to the music. I didn't know actually were paying. I had to make notes to it, making notes for it. So
We started doing that, what, 19?
last year. Well, 19,
Because
yeah.
I don't know
I'd
if
say last year.
One of us had that idea that we're like, well, because we would always look at the set list, see if we knew what the songs were. Because either me or Kurt Kuffner, one of our other camera guys, would look at the set list on stage. We're like, let's see, do we know any of these songs? Like, oh, that one's a fast one. We know we're gonna want to do some crazy cuts with that one, or this one's a slow one, something like that. And then it's like, why don't we take notes about it? Do like a playbook beforehand. And then Scott has this nice long book of songs. So he's like, oh, this one's gonna be a fast one. It's like, okay, then we get ready.
But I don't have any of them, all of them, because there have been times that they pull something out that, it was a B-side from an early 80s album or something, or it's a cover of somebody else's work.
I don't have that song on my sheet.
Yeah. A lot of times it's like, oh, we're going to do this song. And I'm like, that's not their song. What is it? What? I don't recognize that song. And then they start playing. I'm like, oh, it's a cover of a Brooks and Dunn, or it's a cover of a Garth Brooks, or it's a cover of,
some other Brooks and other thing.
You're like, why do I see this? Like, this song shouldn't be on that list.
So, Andy, what are your thoughts? I know you.
Don't ask Andy's thoughts.
Yeah, Andy's not
coming in as
100%
fresh
excited, and in all fairness, country music wasn't my thing either. But I mean, it is a neat thing to experience and stuff. So
I'm going for the production
there you go.
And social media.
and social media.
Behind the scenes stuff.
So after the fact, you'll hear some good stories from Andy. I'm sure. He's apprehensive now, but I think you'll be good with it. So.
Yeah.
You're hesitant the first time, and then next year you're like, can we get to country concert? I want to get some good social media.
See, one of the things about us being backstage is we're not allowed to interact with the acts, okay, with the talent. We're supposed to avoid them if we can, or not, go up to them or anything like that. Yeah. But one year I was there, and I was walking backstage, and I passed by this guy wearing khaki shorts and a bright blue polo textile shirt. Didn't think anything of it. Just walked right by him, and all of a sudden I hear this commotion behind me, and I turn around, and it's the family that owns Country Concert giving him a big hug and all this type of stuff, and I realized that was Eddie Montgomery of Montgomery Gentry that I just happened to walk by, and no big deal. And normally, he's on stage, he's got the big black cap, he's got the big black trench coat, black jeans, black shirt kind of stuff, so that's why I didn't recognize him. And then 2019, Ashley McBride parked her bus right in front of our production van. Okay, like I could see out the window them pulling in. Never saw her anywhere. She's like a ninja because she was snuck up on stage and I didn't get a chance to see her go on the stage. So I'm like, all right, when I get done, I want to see her walk by. Say hi, like her girl power songs for my daughters. Never saw her. Crap. All right. Had to run to the restroom because long days, okay? We drink a lot of water and a lot of electrolyte flavored water as well, unless somebody wants to give us a sponsorship.
Wink, wink, Jack Daniels.
Body armor.
We can't do that.
Anyway, so I passed by Kurt, you mentioned Kurt, who'll be running one of our stage cameras again, and talked to him. Came back, and Kurt's like, hey, that woman that was just on stage, Ashley McBride? She stopped me on the way coming back.
That could have been you.
Yeah. I mean, she was like behind me as I walked away because.
You left, she got off.
Yeah.
Well, she knew you were.
She knew I was stalking.
Waited till you were gone. The coast clear.
She knows when to avoid the fanboys.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah.
So I guess
anyway.
for I guess a question for someone who's not been there before, what would you say one of the bigger challenges you've had working the event in the past years?
Probably once everything is set up, and we will start Monday of the week of Country Concert. Country Concert runs Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Monday and Tuesday are our setup days and tech check days. Wednesday, there is a camper party at the saloon, so only those that are camping on site get to go to that party, which they have 3 artists that come in, so 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock. The 3 of us will be doing that one, running that camera. And then Thursday, what happens is long days would probably be the biggest challenge, because my day, I actually stay on site. I have a camper there, and I will be on site from Tuesday till Sunday morning. So Tuesday night, we'll get done with our check. I'll go back to my camper, grab some dinner, fall asleep, get up at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, shower change, on site at 8 o'clock, which is like a 100-yard walk from where my camper is to where backstage is. And my day starts at 8 a.m. And Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, my day doesn't usually end until 1 a.m. So, yeah, that's probably the biggest challenge for me.
I'd say it's probably the mental and physical strain of just being such a long day. It's 85 to 95 degrees. We're always thinking 3 steps ahead, I think, because you're in the truck trying to direct the song. You're thinking, okay, well, what shots do we need to get? At least for me on camera, when I was running on stage, you're thinking 3-4 steps, thinking, where are we at in the song? You know there's a bridge part that's going to be the high peak, the end of the song, slow stuff. You're thinking 3 steps ahead for an hour straight, trying to get down low, up above, getting all of these kinds of crazy shots. So the physical aspect of that, even though we're in the shade.
Hey, the guitar solo's coming up.
Yeah, the guitar solos come up.
But I'm on the drums. I need to get from the drums to...
Jump down 7 steps of stairs, jump down and get around there and get a good shot of that. And 9 times out of 10, it's a half second before you need to take the shot. So we're getting that, and we have an hour of that, then we get an hour break to refuel, and then we head right back out there.
About 45 minutes, really.
Yeah, less than that, especially when they go long.
Right. Either they go long, or they come out and they do some sort of announcements. There's like giveaways and stuff like that they do. But yeah, watching the stage camera guys, and normally Bryce would be on the stage for what we have, but because of what we're doing with the front of house camera being up top and then the wireless and all that type of stuff, I need Bryce doing that because he can run around and do that type of stuff where I can't.
Yeah, we work with these on a regular basis with sports, so
Right.
I'm familiar with it, and so we're not going to worry about a contract guys doing that. It's like, oh, I can take care of that.
But we have two great
cameras
camera operators running the stage cameras.
Yeah, those are they're fantastic.
Isaac
guys.
and Kurt have done it for many years. Some of them a lot longer than others. Kurt, because he's old.
We love Kurt.
Kidding, he's great. Kurt gets all the women on the stage. All the female
He does.
artists, they go to Kurt. I don't know what it is.
He's a magnet.
Maybe
He's
it's
not
He
a
is.
threat.
It could be that side of the stage too.
could
He's
be-
over on
yeah.
that right side of
Yeah.
the stage.
It's because he's not a threat.
He's not a threat, yeah. And Kurt's a great guy. I absolutely love working with him.
Isaac
so-
used to direct.
Yeah,
And
Isaac
then
has directed.
When you start
and-
working here, you directed it.
Right. Yep. And Isaac now works somewhere else, and he's coming back, and he's working the concert with us this year, so which would be great.
Be excited.
So yeah, what you said about thinking 3 steps ahead.
Yeah.
You know, those songs and listening to all these songs, because like I put together a playlist on my iPhone with all of these, and again, not sponsored, but if they wanted to.
Yeah.
And it's 14 hours long between all these different artists. And guess what? There are 14 artists that we are doing, and they're an hour long.
Wow.
So yeah, so it's about as long as what the entire concert will be. And Saturday night we tear down. So we set up for 2 days, and we tear down in a few hours.
Yeah. That's the funniest thing is how, it is. You're right. It takes days to set up and, a couple hours tear down, boom, you're out the door. It seems weird. I've always found that to be fascinating too on other, gigs or whatever I'd done. Same thing. That and then the TV is hurry up and wait. So, yeah, you have that to look forward to. But yeah, Andy, as far as my side of it, always being like Bryce said, always being focused, having to stay focused, and the weather are the two biggest things for when I was out there. Was just that alone was out there in the heat and stuff. Now, and I always ran the camera that was on top, so I didn't have
I'm
shade.
doing that this year.
Yeah, I mean, not that I mean, on stage would be terrible because there's no real breeze. I mean, occasionally they'll have
Yeah.
fans running, but there's no good breeze because you got most of the side of sheltered. I would at least have a breeze if there was one, but then the downside of that
You're in
is
direct sunlight for most of the day.
Yeah, all day long, and so that's the hard part too. But for what you'll be doing, I think you'll get a good mix of everything, and look forward to the footage and the pictures you're going to take. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna let Andy. Boys, good job today explaining to everybody. Hopefully, someone will have some questions and stuff, and then we can always address them on our next show. Even if it's about something else, we'll maybe take time to answer any questions that come up in the meantime. But I do want to say for that I won't be there, but I do wish you guys luck, and I know you guys will do an amazing job as always. Every year you do so, and even more so since I won't be with you, you won't have me to push around. So. There'll be that.
Yeah, Joe's the boss, but on set, when I'm directing,
yeah, that's right.
I'm the boss.
That's
He's just
right.
the camera boy.
So,
Joe the camera guy.
but Andy, I want you to go ahead and wrap it up. You're always good at that.
Okay.
Help us do the thing with the who's it's.
All right.
Sunset.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We are wrapping up, right? We're done?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I don't have anything else.
Okay.
Somebody else wants.
As I said before, if you haven't already, like us on our Facebook, on our Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Make sure you're following us here on Twitch. We also have a Discord where we're keeping an announcement whenever we are having a new show and starting a community there. We're also, if you have any questions for us, feel free to mention us on Twitter. There's a suggestion box right here on the Twitch channel. You can leave your suggestions and comments for us, as well as the chats and through all of our other social medias. Keep in contact with us. We'd love to hear what you think and what you want to see on the incredible, super amazing video show review. We want to thank you guys so much. Again, my name is Andy. This is Joe. This is Bryce. And this is Scott. And we want to thank you guys so much for watching.
Bye, guys.